one. Today we'll be landing every Boeing plane. And guess what? They finally added the 7117, so that's perfect. If only they added the 707 and 727. But let's see what livery they pick for our good old... Yeah, Hawaiian Airlines. Also, the 717 looks awesome. Now I don't have to use the CRJ900 to pretend it's a 717. So let's descend. Unlike Airbus where we landed in different videos, airports, not videos. For this video, we're just going to land in beautiful St. Martin because St. Martin is awesome. Careful. Land. Ooh. That was a bit hard, but all good. Respawn, pause it, and dash 200 for 747. A go. You know the drill. Land our good old British Airways 737-200 in St. Martin. Definitely can tell this is a dash 200 because of those long pencil engines. Oh yeah, there's also going to be a few water landings. But that won't be until later in the video. So let's say dash 200 runs out of fuel. That was a bit of an early landing. Alrighty, dash 600. So, here we are, dash 600. Let's say the plane has a dual engine flame out because of a bird strike. So, they're now going to descend in the water before the runway. Oofy. Hey, this water isn't realistic. Turn on the water. Realistic buildings, vegetarian, and our water effect. Oh, what happened? Hey, we sunk. That's not fair. Okay, let's retry that. So let's say dual engine flame out. Brakes and flaps to slow down. They do deploy the gears just in case if they do make it on the runway. But they retract them because they're about to see. They're about to land. Well, dash 700. Good old, wait, hold on. Drum roll for the livery. Ain't doing KLM today. We are going to do WestJet. Because WestJet is awesome. And it's the S-tier Canadian airline, along with Air Canada. Shut off engines. Spoilers. Brakes on. Then power comes back in. Levels out. Bit hard. Then let's say the plane's going a bit too fast, so it slides off course of the runway and sinks into the water. Let's wait for it to re-rise. Now, if this happened in real life, this would be a pretty cool sighting to be. Okay. Respawn. Pause. Aircraft. Community. Scroll. Scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And 737, 800. Good old Air India Express. Yeah. Gear deploying. Okay, we're now descending. Spoilers. Pulling up. Let's say planes on low fuel. Oh no. Whoa. That was our first successful water landing. So I guess now water landing. Now max 8. But which max 8? Let's go with the top one. What airline? What airline? Give me a good one. Give me a good one. SpiceJet. Okay, not too bad. SpiceJet's a pretty cool airline for all my Indian fans, along with my Indian fans for Air India Express. Let's say the plane descends way too low, crashes into the fence, and because that the gear breaks, the plane bang, ooh. And let's say the plane has a crash landing. Okay, time for the 747. The new 747-100 SCA. The space, which, for people who don't know, it's the space shuttle carrier for NASA. Gear down. Spoilers. This is very accurate because 747 does land at St. Martin because of KLM. Now imagine if you just saw this coming to land in St. Martin. Clip through the fence. Brakes. Swerving off the runway. And coming to a stop. Alrighty. Stop giving me ads! Now the classic 747-8 freighter, which was what my older geoFS video fans know, is the only 747 I could spawn until a few days ago on I believe in 2024, I was able to use that Dash 8i. Ooh, nice low landing, low. Uh-oh. Clip the water, and a bit of an early landing, but that's alright. We just did that with no spoilers. Let's put spoilers and brakes on so we can slow down. Very nice. Time for the final variant of the Dash 747, the Dash 8i, which is always talked about, never the regular Dash 8, not the Dash 8i, just Dash 800, because some people say that the Dash 8i and the Dash 8 are the same thing, but I don't believe them. So please tell me in the comments below if the Dash 8i is just the same as the Dash 8. And slam it. Yeah. Sorry to all my Air China lovers. Oh, crashing into the water. I guess we get another water landing. Okay, raise it up. Raise the Boeing 747 up. So, 747 can do water landings. Stop giving me ads! Time for the 757-200. Good old Delta. This is and if you're wondering if this is accurate, yes, it is. Googled it up a few days ago, and Delta does land in St. Martin. Bruh, Gear Tilt really left the chat. That's why that's what's always in ACI animation mistakes. Spoilers, easy. The A318 in the Airbus video was our butteryless. That was a bit of a bounce, but I'm going to call it butter. So our second butterer in this series, the Dash 200 variant, 757. Oh wait, why is it drifting off of the runway? Oh no, rudder deflection. Yay, it stopped. Pause. Head to the aircrafts. Dash 300 in the Air Transylvania livery, which, funnily enough, for who don't know, is the sister airline to KLM, I believe. Oh look, Gear Tilt's back. Dash 200 doesn't have Gear Tilt, but in real life it would have Gear Tilt, while Dash 300 has Gear Tilt. Landing. Bit of a low landing, but that's alright. Stop floating. Oh, that was so close to butter. Brakes and spoilers. Let's stop before we overrun the flippin' runway. There we go. Bit of a turn off into the runway. Off the runway. Now I get pretty much what I think is the Dash 500 WL is same as the 300. So I'm gonna skip it to 767. 767 300ER, which we're going fast. Why the flip are we going so fast? I have no flipping clue. This always happens to me whenever I'm landing, sometimes. Very hard landing. This thing's not even gonna stop. We're not gonna stop in time. And brakes are legitly on. Oh shoot, I can't pull up. I'm a little sick today, but it should get better. Oh, stop! 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 Oh boy! Oh boy! Nearly over. We used the entire length of the runway and nearly overrun into the sea. No, we don't want to go fast with you. Let's see how well the Dash 400 of the 767 can do. Alrighty, and if you guessed it, Delta again. This time with a pink stripe. I always wonder, why is there a pink stripe, if you were wondering? Well, it's for the BCRF, which, if I can zoom in, is, hold on, where is it? It's the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. If you guys never knew. So, that's cool how Delta is helping that. So, let's land the Dash 400. I really, really wish if it was possible to gimme glide in this game. Probably not. But if you had crosswind on and yeah, you will be able to gimme glide in TFS. Uh-oh. Clip the water. Landed on the water. Did sink, probably because of the sand. And now coming to a stop. You keep passing the terminal. Oh well. That was nice. Nice. Pause. 777 freighter. We're coming closer to the last plane. To the two last planes. The war version of the 737 and the FA-18 Hornet. Yeah, we'll be counting a Firejet in this video. And because we'll be counting a Firejet, it's a Firejet. We have to land on the aircraft carrier. But remember how I said we'll be landing every plane here? I meant only for like the passenger / cargo planes. While for the F-18 Hornet, I meant for the aircraft carrier. Okay, coming to a nice slow stop. Now, pause it. There's two variants of the Dash 7 of the 777-300ER. One Air New Zealand and the other is American Airlines. But let's choose Air New Zealand for all my New Zealand fans / viewers. Here we are. Yeah, the one of the 787s also have this, but instead of the black tail and white fuselage, it's the entire black fuselage. I'm trying to reset my camera. And we'll land it. Bit of a hard one. Wait, no, why are we turning this way? Turn the other way. We sunk, but we didn't. But we got launched back into the air onto the runway. Pretty crazy. No, we're not St. Canary. St. Martin. Now let's head to the Dash 787-8. Yeah, if you're wondering, well, we all probably know this. The 787 had its first crash because of, as we probably all know, because of, Air India Flight 171. Yeah. So, now I think every Boeing plane at least has crashed. At least one or more than one. Who knows? Will a Boeing plane never crash? It would be crazy once the 797 gets released. It would be crazy if the 797 didn't have any crashes. Oh, overrun into the water. So, okay. So, yeah. Now if this happened, this would be the 787's sorta second crash overrun. I don't care about your ads. Time for the Dash 9 variant of the 787. Here's the Air New Zealand I was talking about. Still keeps that traditional white thing. I wonder why Air New Zealand, like, you know, the livery for Air New Zealand flight 901. I wonder why they went from that livery to just fully black / black tail and white fuselage for their planes. No. Obviously, now this might overrun. So let's just get to our final passenger plane, the Dash 10 787. No, we don't. I don't want EP ad. We're going to do the Dash 10 787 with, drumroll please, British Airways. You're down. Spoilers. Brakes. Low landing. Not as low as Asiana 214. If I was just a bit lower, I would be clipping that fence. Ooh, why did I have to say that? Because somehow I landed on the water and clipped through the the fence. So time for the final two planes. The Boeing P8I or L Neptune, which is just I believe a modified version of the 737 as a military plane. So, get down. So you thought we were done with 737? Nope, because we still had this 737. Or P8I or L8. I mean Neptune, not 8. And like all 737s, turn sensitivity is crazy. Oh no, we're going to crash into the... Never mind. We're going to crash into the terminal. No, that's not the terminal. Hold on. Final Boeing plane for today. The FA-18. So gear down. Keep the plane up. Oh no, don't. Hold on. And we landed. See? I told you this aircraft carrier was off the coast of San Francisco because right there you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.